Just looking at the whole.
Oh, that.
You know, looking at things happening here.
What's
up,
guys?
babies? Episode number 3, numero
Yes.
3.
And a really,
little high five action.
really
happening.
exciting one tonight. I'm excited about this one.
A little high vibrational
Sexuality.
sexuality.
Yes. Little kundalini. What's that?
Just keep going.
Okay.
It'll reconnect us, reconnect.
Who do we
What's
got?
up, Royce?
Adam is watching.
Adam's in the house.
What's up, guys? God, we're so excited about tonight. I hope you guys chime in with all of your experiences on this too. I think this is going to be a really, really exciting conversation tonight.
Why would it not be? I mean, it's like, why do we go to the club? Why do we get on Facebook? Why do we get on these dating sites? Why do we go drinking?
What's the purpose?
Why do we go dancing? Why do we try to look all good, make sure it's all right? Like, why do we do all that stuff? You know what I mean?
Oh, we haven't even talked about peacocking for guys.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's a different topic.
Let us do what we do, you know. Just
What's
like
up, Raquel?
we
What's up,
do.
Joel? What's going on with yours?
Oh, so we just having a little.
Hang on, we're having a little technical difficulty. Of course, we knew that we were going to do this during Mercury retrograde, so chances
You've been
are.
saying that.
What? But
the
we've been
whole
good for
time.
like a minute.
I know.
We want to make sure we get the whole community in here.
Okay. We're gonna pause just for.
We're pausing for
Couple
2
seconds.
seconds so we can make sure Kiko's got his up and running. Feel free to say hi, guys. We are talking about high vibrational intimacy, sacred sexuality, kundalini. I'm not going to dive too much into the specifics of like tantra and stuff like that, but of course, you know, anytime that you're talking about more, I don't know, high vibrational sexuality, then you got to incorporate a little bit of tantra into that. But, you know, it's funny because Kiko and I mean, how many years have you been in Hollywood? We've been in Hollywood for a while, right?
I actually started in I think like professionally 2000.
2000?
March of 2000. That's when I first got on Port Charles.
Was that your first gig?
My first professional.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I started in about 1997. And either way, Hollywood is, it's very fun.
Quote unquote.
And, you know, it's a lot of, you know, the parties and the hookups and just that kind of, I mean, maybe more so now people are having this conversation that we're about to dive into.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's more of a popular conversation, you know, but especially at the time, you know, it was parties, it was hookups, it was drugs and alcohol, it was whatever. It was whatever you wanted to do, you could do. It was Hollywood. And
you didn't really have too much of a conscious about it. It was like,
There was
this is just what we do.
I don't think that was a word back then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Exactly.
And so basically, you know, Kiko and I have, you know, we met on a show, but then ultimately, you know, we kind of took each of our own separate spiritual journeys into...
And we still are.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think everybody's doing.
Hopefully everybody. Hopefully that's the goal. Hopefully that's what...
No matter how slow or fast it is, I mean, I think everybody's on a spiritual journey. Just,
yes.
You know.
Just about whatever area or path you're on. So, okay, hang on. So we got Kiko up and running.
Good.
Awesome.
Good. So we back, y'all.
So that being said, you know, a lot of different awarenesses, and especially awareness within sexual intimacy. I don't think you can be on a spiritual journey without, you know, kind of tapping into that. And so tonight it was a little bit like, you know, what's the purpose and the intention of, you know, really being sexually intimate? You know, we kind of titled this one, we were laughing as we were titling it, you know, it's like high vibrational or just kind of getting some.
Get all, we'll say it, yeah. High vibrational
some.
or just getting some, you know, because we all know what it's like. I mean, just getting some. I mean, it was fun back in the day.
We've all done that.
You know, but it got to a point, I think when I started, it started getting boring when I got to a point when I started, when I started developing myself, when I started looking inside of myself and saying, okay, how what do I want what type of experience do I want? Like, what
That's
do
a
I
good
want
point.
to, what do I want experienced?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So then it just started not having the oomph and the excitement that it did, because it was really basically just like a physical thing.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's when I definitely started like going in the direction. So there's got to be more than just
There's got to be more to this.
This physical
There's got to
connection.
be something more exciting.
So
I mean, what did we say? There's only so many positions you can do,
Yeah,
but there's unlimited vibrational experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, we were talking about, you know, and I want to hear yours too, because I don't think we've really exactly dove into each of our stories, but I want to hear kind of like your, like, let's talk about Kundalini, you know, and if you guys have questions, like, I think a lot of you guys that are on here are for sure going to know or have some understanding of Kundalini, or at least you've done Kundalini yoga. What's up, guys?
My cousin, what's up, Tatiana, Melissa? What's up, baby girl?
And so I want to know, I would love to first have you share what your kind of Kundalini awakening experience, you know, has been.
Well, I mean, for those of you that don't
Getting a
know,
little classier tonight.
yeah, well, tonight's a little, you know.
Tonight's a little special. Cheers.
You know, I think ever since when my Kundalini experience, well, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually completing up my Kundalini yoga teacher training right now. And so Kundalini yoga has been one of the most definitive and the most transformative by far. I mean, next to my relationship with Christine, having a baby, and Kundalini, and a couple other things in my life.
Yeah.
You know, that has been one of the most transformative and powerful experiences that I've ever had, and it's just opened up entire new worlds.
Nice.
For me. I mean, for those of you that are not familiar with Kundalini energy or Kundalini, just think of the medical symbol, though that rod with the two serpents that are circling it. Basically, your Kundalini is that energy. Let me see how I can put this. It's really hard to put. It's like ultimate pure consciousness. Mm-hmm. The ultimate that you could be, that pure potential of a human being, that energy in your body, but it's laying dormant. And it's at the base, the root of your chakra. It's hibernating. So, you know, we have to create the right environment for this Kundalini energy to awaken. That's why you do all yoga. All yoga leads back to raising the Kundalini. Every single last one. That's the entire point. Because the point is to be this ultimate human, this possible human that we're meant to be. You know, all
or at
chakras.
least having access to greater levels of higher vibrational states.
Yeah. The ultimate human, baby.
Hopefully, we can all reach ultimate.
Well, I mean, that's the point. I mean, at least that's where I'm at. Maybe, you know, that's not your point. But like me, it's like I really think about it. What is my point? Do I just want to have a human experience where I have a life and maybe I have a job, and by the time I get
basic sex,
basic sex. And just go through my life, just kind of treading along, and by the end of my life, when I die, I know I'm going to look back at my life and be, okay, what did I accomplish for my life? Do I want to just look back and say, hey, I had a good life? I don't like that word good. I don't like that word good. I don't like that. I want to be proud and be like, yeah, I knocked it out of the box. I did that. Like I did that. Like I was like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I want to be so. Anyways, getting back to Kundalini, it's like I'm getting to that's why I train that. So anyways, the Kundalini energy is all about like raising that Kundalini energy in you, and different ways, and it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Like questions or something like that.
No, Logan says it rests like a coiled serpent at the base of the spine, 100%. And when this dormant energy flows freely upward through the 7 chakras, it leads to an expanded state of consciousness. Boom. Now that is power, yes.
Now
100%.
When you talk about that too, now think about that sort of expression, because you're talking about that Kundalini energy raising, penetrating all the chakras, going out to the crown, and changing the actual brain chemistry. It actually changes
everything. Chemistry.
Everything.
Biophotons in the body. It changes the cellular structure. It changes everything.
It's like, but imagine being intimate and connecting with somebody intimately, sexually, in that sort of world. So it's like in that energetic, enlightened
consciousness.
It's like you literally blast off to other planets.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
we got some thumbs up and some hearts on that one. And I've totally had astral sex.
Okay, do tell.
That's
you guys want to hear about a little bit of her astral sex? Because you didn't tell me this right here. Come on, they want to know. Look, hearts happening. Dion wants to know. Alice wants to know. Everybody wants to know. Like,
What's up, AJ? What's up, Christina? So
astral sex here.
That was the only word that I could kind of come up with it, because it was like, you know, and we'll talk more about this kind of like spiraling of the energies through each partner, you know.
Talk about it now.
Talk about it now. All right. Well,
get in there.
I feel like I should start. Okay.
Get in there.
Let's just
boom. Get in there.
Is that how you do it?
Used to.
I used to.
Everybody knows. It's like you just knows that sound. Come on, we're all adults here. Like, come on.
Okay. Astral sex. I know it's getting hot in here. I think I've got the fan list.
It's not blowing on you.
Okay. So when I had, hey Christina, so the experience was like having both parties be so energetically in tune with themselves, meaning, you know, we took the time to open up our individual chakras. We took the time to then send this energy, you know, flowing, like I would send it up through all of my chakras, out the top of my head, and then sending it in to his, and then through him, and then back to me, while he was then sending it up through his, out the top of his head, crown chakra, into mine. And you can actually spiral it through the hearts too, so sometimes it goes up and then it goes back through each other at the heart level. And during this wonderful experience, we reached such a level of just euphoria. And I know, obviously, yes, you could say, like, sex is euphoric, you know? But at the same time, when it almost looked like, as we were kind of, you know, eyes open and just this dark room, it was almost like feeling like you're literally in the astral plane. Like, it felt like we just somehow transported ourselves into space, and we were just in the universe.
Are you talking about like
around.
so is that the? Because I haven't done
that.
that.
Was
I haven't
the
had that
physical,
experience.
yeah. And so I should clarify, because there's astral sex, which you can do with your energy body. That's very different. This was with a physical human being. That's a whole different.
I think we're all on the physical level right now. Yeah. So is that like when there's where time and space didn't really exist, or
it felt like that, yeah.
Like when you're meditating, you get to that point of like shunya, where you're just like.
Mhm. Yes, you could say that. You could say that. I had another experience where this was when I was really hypersensitive to energies, and my Kundalini had just woken up, and you really have to, it's like two snakes. You got to become like a snake charmer of these two powerful frequencies that are like exactly like spiraling through your whole just spine and everything. And so what that did was that made me hypersensitive to all these different energies. And it's also where I got just kind of this vision on what was possible sexually, you know. And so I want to be really clear. Like, this isn't. I've studied things later, you know, but I haven't really dove into, like, I haven't, you know, studied the tantra books and like all this different stuff. I saw what was possible, and it was just shown to me, and then I just kind of experimented. And so there was one different partner that I was with. He was very, very in tune with energy and being able to kind of cultivate that chi energy and spiraling it through him. And I shit you not, I laugh every single time I think about this, because it literally, I was so hypersensitive. This was the first time I was ever really experiencing, oh God, no, it wasn't like that. It was
Oh. Hit that.
That's good. That's good. Is that what your own face is? Please don't. Alright, let me finish talking. Okay, so I was like, I must have been like 19 or something, right? So not really having a whole lot of grounded understanding on Shakti energy, Shiva energy, Kundalini, chakras, like not really a whole lot. And oh my God, I will remember. He was like, let me know when. And he brought in so much chi energy into him. I don't even think I told you this. He brought in so much chi energy into him. So right as I'm then like we did a process of opening the chakras, right? And right as I am literally climaxing, he sends this like bolt of chi that I shit you not hits every single one of my chakras, and it felt like there was just this explosion on the top of my head. I jumped off the bed. I literally, like, I could not have flown further from the actual bed that we were on. And it vibrated my whole being. And I'm so not exaggerating. Like, I'm totally laughing. But I'm so not. That's my first experience.
Because look, there's a distinction. We can either be like a human, yes, having some sex, or you can be a superhuman,
or you can be
having
superhuman.
some sex, basically. And like,
and wouldn't we rather be superhumans?
I mean, you know, we are superhumans when
we
activate and we. It's kind of like, do you want to be physically acknowledge the physical first? It's kind of like the saying. We're also used to body, mind, soul.
Yes.
But like I think that's totally backwards. It's soul, mind, body. The soul is what comes first. Then that controls the mind, and then there's the body last. You know, that's and the body's a part. The body's a part of the soul. The mind's a part of the soul. But the soul is the overarching. It doesn't come last. It comes first. So it's like with that sort of like theory. It's like, do we want to? Because I used to do this myself. I used to see a girl or a woman, and I would look at the physical first. And then it would be like, okay, am I getting along? What I get along with this person?
Right.
You know, I see. You know, you see the booty.
You got to see their energy first.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You have a choice to do what you want to do. And like, but before, it's because that's a choice, which is great. You know, it's a choice. It could be a choice. 5 minutes, you can say, okay, I'm gonna look at the physical part. The next 5 minutes, you're like, I'm just gonna look at the energy. It's like it's definitely.
I think I usually always read the energy, and if I don't know,
no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you do not. Oh my God, no, you don't.
How do you know?
Because we had conversations about this.
I have seen some beautiful people that I'm like, energetically, I don't know.
You lying. Maybe you just don't remember. Maybe you got like early Alzheimer's or something like that.
I check the energy. Doesn't always mean that energy can't shift.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't check it, but I'm saying sometimes you be like, ooh, yes, she be driven by her first and second chakra, basically. She just look at she be like, oh, look at that piece of meat over there. She basically be like, oh, look at him. But yeah, something like that. Look, maybe I ain't wrong. I'm not saying. I know what I saw.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. Anyway.
When did you see that?
Man,
when did you see that?
Anyways,
I'd like to know.
The point here, I'm looking at the wrong. The point here, what I'm trying to say is, we could have. What was my point, man?
I don't know, but we're talking about whether we're having casual sex, or Eduardo had a point. Whether you're having casual sex, talking about, you know, just looking at something for the physical, or looking at them on the soul and the energetic, and like looking at that element of who they are.
Yeah,
the difference between just physical, like, oh yeah, I just want to go hit that.
Okay, look.
Or if you get some,
this is what I wanted to talk about was the like bringing it to an energetic level. When we're just looking at the physical, we're being driven by our second chakra, because you know she mentioned like when she did.
I always do that.
just sometimes, just you know, just sometimes.
Who's the man in the room?
I don't remember. It was some little boys.
I meant, who's the man in this room?
Oh, that's me.
Just checking.
Yeah, sign on, baby.
I'll
take that. So the like when we're being driven by the physical aspect, we're from our second chakra.
Yes.
Okay, so we got like, just break down the chakras. You got 8 chakras, 7 that are in the body. 8th is the aura, like encompassing all. But you got your first chakra.
More than that, but that's the.
Well, I mean, these are like the main ones.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So your first, kind of like your survival. Your second, which is your creativity, like, and that's your sexual. That's where your sexual is at. But these are like your lower triangle, your root, and then you got your third, which is your survival, and that's your will of the warrior, your fight, your energy, like your chi, like right in your third chakra. These usually we operate down, like, I don't know if you can see my hands, but usually we operate from our navel down and just operate on just getting some, like a very physical level.
That's how the world primarily is. That's what we market to
exactly.
in marketing.
You see the billboards,
and
you see, TV shows, all that BS.
You guys already know all of this.
So, but what we're talking about is actually coming from like your upper chakras, coming from up here, like seeing you can see someone from your second chakra, or you can see somebody from your sixth chakra. When you look at them from your second, you know how that is. It's like, all right, cool, I want to go get some, I want to hit it. It's a physical thing. I'm driven. I'm like, ooh. It's very primal. It's very low vibration, and we're kind of used to that very limited sort of experience, and it comes to limited sex. It gets good at times and everything, but then when you actually start to see more, like when you were with that guy, you guys actually came clearly defended. He held a really great space. You were young. He held a great space, and he guided you through that. And he said, okay, I'm not just going to look at you physically. I'm going to, it's going to be energetic.
I have to be honest, there were some elements of that.
Well, yeah, of course it is. But that can come second.
Right.
Oh, he was looking, yeah. He's like, I just want to.
Okay. He knew about energy, but that's also
a
really great way to try to hook people in.
A young little 19-year-old innocent girl. But look, you're still talking about to this day, so it wasn't bad.
I didn't say it wasn't a really great learning experience.
You can use your power for good, or you can use your power for bad. That's all up to you.
100% true.
And
I learned a lot about that.
I think that's why personally this power got taken away from us and went to sleep, because we were using it for bad. We destroy ourselves.
And so that's part of why we're trying to bring more awareness to this, so that we can use it for higher states of consciousness.
Because if we use that energy and we actually manage it with the heart will actually guide us in the right direction. It's when the heart is closed, problems happen.
That's true.
That's when the energy.
Sometimes when your head's closed, that's when a couple problems happen.
Well, those are different types of problems. But you're not going to kill each other when the heads are closed. But when your heart is closed, you start killing yourself and homicide and genocide. And it's bad. It's bad.
So we're talking about the root chakra energy with the heart chakra energy and opening up all of it.
Yeah, opening up on, like, coming full force and not just from down here. Coming full force. I think it's okay to look at somebody. I think it's great to look at somebody sexually after you kind of see, like, with your third eye, like, just observe, like,
so it's like, what's your intention?
What is your intention? When you look at somebody, what's your purpose? What's our purpose? Do you just want to go get some, or is it like, do I really want to have a fulfilling sort of experience, deeper intimacy,
higher
connects,
awareness,
transparent conversation,
better orgasms,
much better.
Let's just call it out.
Boom.
I'm just saying, full body, actual orgasm.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Well, I'm just. It's being dramatic. It's TV. You know what I'm saying? It's Facebook TV. Or it could be just like, I
really like that this comment that Eduardo made.
Let's do it.
He said, it may be hard to admit for some, but as good as casual sex may look at some point, regardless of its intensity, which I think a healthy balance is still good. Like a little slow, intimate, and a little like intensity at the same time.
In reality, casual sex is the number one killer of any true
high vibrational relationship. 100%. 100%.
What's up, Jade? Sherry.
Joanna Green says, "Oh my God, I love you both." Awesome. Thanks, girl. Feel free, you guys, to chime in with your own experiences of this, because
don't be all quiet.
Don't be all
gosh.
Shy.
Don't just let us put our things on the table. Chime in and be open and transparent, because this is the type of relationship that we have.
That and we're hoping to inspire everybody else.
Don't just be sitting back there on your couch watching us. You gotta share. It's interactive.
When we started talking about it, it was like, like when relationships start getting kind of boring, let's just be honest, or you could say you start reaching that plateau, and it's like, that's where most times, you start looking for other people, where you're like, something that's a little bit more exciting over there or whatever. And it's like, well, have you really taken the time in your relationships to deepen and strengthen the intimacy and sexual intimacy, and found all of the other different creative things that you can do, especially energetically, with the partner that you're working with? And if you're single, it's like, what are you calling in? Are you calling, what's that purpose and intention for what you're calling in? Do you want that standard person that's just like, cool, we're gonna have a regular, and there's no judgment either way. I want to make that clear. Like, I don't really care what anybody. I do care. I do care. I really do
Okay,
care.
good. Thank you for being honest.
I really do,
liar.
actually.
Thank you for calling yourself out.
Meaning, I don't want, like, I don't judge anybody for their choices, and yet at the same time, I know how much deeper of a relationship can be when you're accessing those different parts within you and lighting up those different energy fields, and then taking that time to really be open energetically. It's a different level of intimacy. You know, you have intimacy and communication, all of that, but like, are we really getting to the root of intimacy in our sexual interactions with each other? Or are we just like, oh, I'm kind of bored with that person, you know, we've only had like that many positions, you know?
And you talk about, you know, intimacy. I have a lot of friends, and guy friends and girlfriends, and if I'm gonna, let's say for example, the guy friends or the girlfriends, it actually doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You know, being intimate with somebody has changed for me over the last several months dramatically since last year. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been...
What do you mean by like specify that?
Well, it
hasn't
been like a sexual thing. And the reason why is because I've been having a lot more intimate relationships on a agape love, on a very, you know, pure like friendship level. And it's been because I literally wasn't even working on my relationships. I was only really working on my relationship with myself, my creator, my heart. I knew that my heart was closed. I knew that I wanted to actually experience a deeper connection with people, my brothers, my sisters, my family, my friends. And I knew that there was some sort of disconnect. I knew that I wasn't connecting at the level that I really wanted to connect at. You know, and
from like a heart open space. So when you say agape, I just want to be clear for everybody, because like agape love is that just
brotherly, sisterly,
so platonic,
love thy
but like
neighbor, sort
loving
of love.
Everybody, exactly.
You know, and I know I've experienced so much disconnection, which is the opposite of intimacy. Intimacy, you know, it's like a connection, like a deep, intimate connection, understanding, like a communication. The opposite of that is like a disconnection, like a non-communication. So like. For me,
and how many times do we get disconnected in relationships?
Learning how to connect with myself, it literally made me available to connect with other people, and my relationships, whether it be male or female, have gotten so much more intimate. And it's gotten, you know, my fellas out there can relate to this. It's like it's gotten so intimate that I can't, like, you know how guys hug, you know, guys will do this whole thing, they'll hug and they'll hug me. They'll either hit the hand or they'll do this whole thing and slap and do this whole thing.
That's crossing your heart.
Well, yeah, that's how a lot of guys do that. We do this and like do that. So like, you know, that's become like so uncomfortable for me. The slapping on my back.
A little awkward.
It's well, for guys, it's like we're kind of like been trained to be like kind of disconnected from our heart and not be sensitive, and you know, because the violence, the sports, it's just like So like opening that part up has allowed me personally to connect with my brothers and sisters, and that's been really beautiful. Like it's allowed me to be like really intimate with my brothers and my sisters, which is a really wonderful thing. It's a wonderful experience for me. You know, even like the way I hug my guys, it's kind of like if I got a guy friend and we were in battle together and he ended up saving my life, like literally saving my life. I'm not gonna go up and be like, hey man, thanks for saving my life, man. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go up there and be like, you know, oh my man, thank you for saving my life, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, I love you. It's gonna come from a heart place, and it's like it's so much better to come from that place. Even just from guy to guy relationship, you know. I think.
And how does that relate with women for you?
The same thing actually, because it doesn't. When it's in that place, it doesn't. It's not a sexual thing. It's an agape love thing. It's just I love this. I love you. I love the soul of this person. It's just simple. And I think when that sort of intimacy is the foundation of the relationship, then whatever happens with the sexual intimacy has to be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you think? What you think?
I think yes, and like I think what we're also talking about is because you're talking about like the heart open, just agape and just that genuine just love for somebody. And so yes, I think intimacy would have to be dope, but I think getting even more like talking about how the energy can flow through each partner
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about even before you get to that.
Even before you get to that, yes.
I'm talking about before you get to that. Like if you haven't, you can kind of jump to that, kind of like how I won't say like you guys did, but there wasn't like a core agape love with you and that guy when you were 19.
No, that
he was just
just
used it to kind of get you, to get some with you and give you an amazing experience, which he did. But there wasn't like there wouldn't have been a relationship built off just that sex. Even that there's no relationship.
No, and the relationship was terrible because it was manipulative and just controlling and just all of that other stuff. So really great energetic. So there's this balance between still having a healthy relationship and not a toxic one.
So I'm talking about the core essential relationship, that core intimate relationship
has to be the foundation.
It's like for me, it started with me and my heart and my connection, like having a genuine desire to want to connect with with myself and my creator.
Yeah.
And then from there,
it's
it was
like the foundation of the deeper intimacy. You can't even like what game are you playing?
Or who are you fooling? You mean?
Or well, there's that too. Well, I meant okay. I see.
What did you mean?
I meant like, before you even get on the playing field, like how are you approaching the game that you're playing? What game is it that you're playing? Not the stupid tricks and pickup line. Not that kind of game. Although that goes with intention in relationship. What do we got? Like, what do you want out of the relationship? Sure. What's the intention that you want in a relationship? But ultimately, like,
what's up, guy, baby?
What intention do you want to set when you're intimate with your partner? We talked
That's
about
for you,
that.
Guy.
What?
What is your intention when you be? What is your intention with these relations? That's my boy, my brother King, Guy. Boy, I love him.
I remember
Temple-based record studios, baby.
One of the really most, kind of really powerful and really wonderful experiences was, since the sexual energy, and especially when it's channeled through both partners, it can be one of the most powerful energies in the universe. I know we talked about the heart energy being the most powerful and all of that stuff.
Yeah. What else can be more powerful than the heart?
Heart and sexual energy.
Heart.
Combined.
Well, that's the same thing. Heart encompasses everything. Silly head?
Yes.
Silly head. She's a silly girl. She's silly. You're so silly. Cheers to that.
And when you're intimate with somebody,
say it.
What intention, because that energy is so powerful and it's how we access greater levels of consciousness with spirit or God or whatever it is that you want to call it, right? I wonder if God created Earth based on an orgasm. That's a so totally different thought. Wow. Anyway, ADD. But when you're intimate with somebody, what intention are you setting with that orgasmic energy? Because since it's such a powerful energy, the same way that we program energy into water, right? You can set this really powerful intention when you're with somebody sexually that can help you manifest things.
Well, why? Okay, he said.
Let's answer some questions.
Let's see. Okay, God, baby girl. No, I've known since 7th grade. Right
Why
now,
do I feel like Salt and Pepper should be playing in the background? Let's talk about sex. Baby.
Aware of what I want intimately, I go through. This is my boy Juan. Aware of what I want intimately, I go through life throwing out this abundance of love in the purpose of receiving it back
one day.
Oh, okay. Well,
what if you already are?
Here's the thing. Well, I don't know. Here's the thing. You might want to think about this, Juan. I don't know if the last part of that kind of just didn't sit well with me. You said throwing out this abundance of love in the purpose of receiving it back one day. Okay, maybe try out for just throwing it out there just because it's the right thing to do. Just putting the love out there because it feels good. Try without the purpose of receiving it back.
Yeah, because otherwise it's
you have expectation and attachment to it, and it comes with conditions. Okay, so just go for the experience of giving the love, because that's going to give you what you want the most. It's okay. It's
I'm just making sure the candles aren't blowing down.
She didn't want these candles to blow out. She's like, are you sure the back door? Because it might.
And I also don't want them catching the curtains on fire.
You can go. You want to close the back door?
No, we're good.
Close it.
But my intuition actually did say, I was like, watch a giant gust of wind come
You
blow
did say that.
I
You
did say that. You're like,
say
no, that's just your fear talking. That's called women's intuition. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Please continue. It's a very good thought that you were having.
It is, but it's a nice breeze. It was getting kind of hot in there. Now we're cooling off a little bit.
It's beautiful. Okay, let's go.
But do you see what I'm saying, Juan? Like, try putting the abundance of love out there without the intention of receiving it back. With the intention of just filling that other person up. With the intention of just shining your light. With the intention of just, paying it forward. With the intention of just making a difference. With the intention of just doing the right thing. Like my boy Spike Lee, you know what I'm saying? Just do the right thing.
Non-conditional.
Just do the right thing. Just shine your light. No, don't be attached to what your light does. Just shine your light into the darkness. Don't expect somebody else to shine their light. People are going to shine their light when they want to shine their light. You see what I'm saying?
And I think maybe if I'm just tapping into him a little bit, I think what he could also be saying is it's like what you give out is what you receive. So you're like, okay, I want to give this out because I want to be able to receive it at the same time. And so I don't think that's fully, it's not a bad thing. It's like, yeah, just send out your love and just be that amazing, beautiful, loving person that you are. And if it shows up, then it shows up. I would say the only condition is how you expect it to show up. Like what are you expecting that love to show up in a partner? Are you expecting it to show up in a certain way, in which case then you're putting love in that box and then expecting that person, whoever shows up, to fulfill that for you. But if you're just like, yo, I want to send out like energy because you want to be what you attract back, then I think that's a positive too. Of I want to.
And know
I want to be love, so you can get love.
You can only get positive back if you send positive out. You can only get, because it's just the law of cause and effect. So let's know and trust that, and know that the universe, God, whatever you believe, just know and have the faith that you're taken care of, that you're doing the right thing. You're sending forth your light. You're sending forth your love. You know what I'm saying? And that just have that faith. It's like, I know I'm good. Don't worry about how the situation will happen, because if you just keep doing what you're doing, eventually it's gonna actually work out positively.
And I'd say, what love are you giving back to yourself too?
I think that's what starts.
So much, for sure. But it's like sometimes we're like, okay, let's send so much love out because we want to be able to receive it back. And it's like, well, what love are you giving to yourself to make sure that you're fully whole and feeling just fully loved up with everything? That then it doesn't matter whether something shows up or not. You're like, I'm good.
And he just said, okay, Juan had another response. Get that back from the right one when I tap into the rawest form of love floating in that vortex.
Correct.
Or vibration I manifest.
And that's someone who, yes.
Oh.
We can't
cut off
my thing.
In short, when I vibrationally find that natural form of love for myself, I find it in that soulmate, and we can journey into that vortex together. I think these messages, yeah, they kind of do. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, they do kind of cut off, so you've got to try to keep it short and just kind of divide it up to different messages.
So, Eduardo,
don't do long messages. Do them like about, like 3 sentences at a time.
And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eduardo says, if you are genuinely doing what is truly making you and your loved one happy, then you should not care what others think about your love or your loved one. Yeah. I don't know. I think he probably maybe
was thinking about that, but he was kind of saying something a little.
Okay, got it. Because you shouldn't relationships are all about just those parties involved. Hang on, we got. What's up, Johnny?
All right,
so Roy says, can you talk about sharing Kundalini experiences with close friends? How does the experience and sharing of the energy shift when it's just friends, or is it not possible? So sharing Kundalini, I think you can. So I think what we're particularly talking about is when you're sexually intimate with someone and you're, spiraling both of your chakra and Kundalini energies through each other. So I think that's what we're specifically talking about. But with friends, I think that kind of is what you're talking about with just that agape love connection. You don't have to have sex with all of your friends. What are you getting from that?
What I'm getting from what his question is, the Kundalini energy is going to be. I haven't experienced like a full Kundalini awakening. I would be a very different person, like sitting here. Everything was like just completely activated. You know what I'm saying? Kundalini, it fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. But having a Kundalini experience with your friends, in my experience, is, and particularly with guys, because that's when it's really clearly not a sexual thing for me. It's such a beautiful, essential, primal life experience. It's kind of like the raw simplicity of like when you see tigers or lions lying in a group outside, in the landscape of the safari, and they're all just laying on one another, and it's just like they're just doing this sort of thing.
There's just love.
And it's just that raw, primal, relaxed, simple, deep, basic, foundational,
it's like
core
tribe.
Love.
It's like that's your family.
Tribe.
That's your
and
tribe.
That's funny because that's what tribe means. I don't know if you know, but like the root of tribe, it means tribe, 3, and then B is being. The tribe, the 3 aspects of being. The being is 3 aspects of God. Tribe. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's actually what it.
I didn't never break that down like that. That's dope.
Yeah. So, like you get that sort of tribal beingness. It's just like working on your energy, making that the priority. Working on your energy first before you work on. Like I stopped going to the gym because I realized that my energy needs to come first before my body, and to work on my spiritual gym before I work on the other one. So I hope that kind of
I want to say, like, if
your
you're
question.
Friends, like, you guys could sit across from each other and just sharing that energetic spiraling experience. Like, I think that can absolutely take place. See what happens.
Stupid.
Did you just call me stupid?
With love. With agape, primal, basic, essential, core love. What else you got? You got more questions, man?
I think insults are very vibrational.
I love you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. Let's see. What's up, Mia? What's up, Nathan? What's up, Johnny? Okay, awesome. So, all right, what else do we got? We went through the chakras. We were talking before about
There's some good. Thank you.
Grapefruit.
This is amazing.
You are very welcome.
Did you believe we have a personal chef here?
We do.
At her place.
An amazing one at that.
He is good looking.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about Kundalini and caliber. And how raising your Kundalini can actually increase your caliber. And I want you to touch on that.
Well, we could touch on that, but I want to know, like, what do y'all have a question about? Like, you obviously tuned in because something sparked your interest. So, ask us a question, and
that's a good one.
I'm not guaranteeing we're going to give you the right answer, but it might be pretty fun, like trying. So, like, ask us a question, like, why did you tune in to this?
What do you want to know?
Yeah,
why is this fascinating to you?
Yeah, well, we know why it's fascinating. Because we were talking about, like, what is our intention for doing this? And because at some point, I know in my life, I was stuck in the physicalness of thinking that the physicalness of sex. I was stuck in that, and that wasn't fun because it got to the point where it was just like, is this all there is? I mean, literally in the act of having sex, it's like, okay, I'm bored. And it's like, no matter how much crazy stuff, did, swinging from the lamps and doing this and that and jumping up and down, upside down, it's like,
there's only
it
so
was
many
still,
costumes.
Just saying. Well, I like had this big afro, and sometimes I wear the blonde wig
That's
thing.
right, you had an afro back then. I remember that.
No, I'm talking about the wig thing.
Oh.
But it's like, after a while, it's just...
What's up, Patty?
It's boring.
Because the universe tells me to do things, and I listen.
What does that mean?
That's why he tuned in.
Oh, Oh, okay, yeah. I forgot to ask you.
I like that, Patty. So have you had some Kundalini sex with your partner?
Get right in there and ask him.
Get right in it. What? I don't think it's like a shy conversation.
No, it's not.
What? Like, it's all, sex is all over our billboards, and yet that's like rudimentary, basic, just sex.
No.
And yet at the same time, like, how much are we really opening up this conversation of like deeper intimacy and more exciting, higher vibrational sex?
Crack it open. Crack it open, baby.
Yes, we all wear a mask. We need to learn to deal with it.
Masks are nice. But it's really, really amazing as well, too, like when we take off our masks.
Yes.
Man, I gotta tell you that, because that's
Some people
something
are
I
really
did my
scared of
entire life is wearing that mask and everything. So,
It gets sweaty under there.
no,
I'm just saying.
no, I talked about when we were talking about the caliber experience. That was in the conversation of this, but like we were talking about working on yourself and having an effect on your partner, like having a dynamic effect on your partner, or just having, just kind of like having like being like a little a nudge, or you can knock them back through the wall, and that still has to do with like working on ourselves, working on the type of person that we are, and like when we're able to work on, and I use the word like caliber with her, when we're able to work on the caliber of the person that we are, like the projection of the totality of our personality, like our energy, all of our complete energy, like all of our mind, our body, our soul, our chakras, when everything is just hitting, and everything is just focused and everything is calm, when you're in this balanced, harmonious state,
all the way up.
You're either like a 22 caliber gun, because a 22 caliber gun can like shoot like a pigeon.
And just for the record, I was like, maybe we shouldn't put guns and sex
I know,
in
but
the same
I'm gonna do it anyway.
You're gonna do it anyway. Just
Yeah.
go for it. Okay.
A 22 caliber gun is gonna probably kill the bird. But then a 44 caliber gun is going to be violent and it's going to blow it away. But that same 22 caliber gun is not going to be effective against an elephant. But that 44 is. So it's like we have the choice to be whatever caliber type of a person that we want to be and affect our partners intimately, our intimate partners in life, however deeply that we want to actually affect them. So that's the choice that we can make the entire time. Right?
Yes.
Boom. Right there.
Slightly distracted. The wind is making shit fall apart. And so when we were talking about that, it was like, it's like you can, the more that you're awakening that part of you and that Kundalini, within you, that I think, yes, doing Kundalini yoga can definitely help with, but it's a whole other process. My Kundalini awakening,
you don't
not
have to
from
have
yoga.
It. Yeah, no, you don't have to have that. Yeah.
No, and mine woke up on its own, and there wasn't even Kundalini yoga around.
What do you mean it wasn't around?
It wasn't popular. It wasn't a thing to go to.
Well, it doesn't matter because it was around for thousands of years.
Yes.
But I feel what you're saying in your way.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Not really.
But it
wasn't a thing. It wasn't like.
It was still,
now you can walk down the street and you got 25 different Kundalini yogas on the same block. Not around when I was like 22. No.
But it was around.
I was 22.
I was 24. It came out here back in the 70s or 60s.
What I mean is, it was not popular.
We're gonna fight it. We're gonna get down. We're gonna get in my face, girl.
And
I'm my makeup.
Oh my God. You did shave today. Good job. And it wasn't something that like I could go. I didn't know where to find the resources to talk to anybody about it, right? Or find out like really what was going on. And so it was like I'd just become my own, kind of figured out how to be a snake charmer and just really work with these energies. But what that did for me is it made me so hyper aware and sensitive to all kinds of different energies. I could feel things differently. I could see things differently. I was having more sensory acuity on heightened senses, including the sixth and the seventh and all of that. And so for me, it's like where do we really want to level up ourselves in order to then really create that deeper intimacy with another partner, and leveling up each other? It's like, are we going to stay kind of here where everything is like normal and regular and, I don't know, basic positions and missionary like the whole time? Or are we going to like play with some new stuff, and then maybe through relationships, you know, as they kind of like reach plateaus, it's like, well, where else can you find deeper intimacy with each other? Hang on.
You gotta scroll that. You got some stuff
I
happening.
know, we got some stuff happening over here. So let's see. Orgasmic cosmic, this is Eduardo. Orgasmic cosmic creation theory. That's a question. I love the new theory, Sarah, because we don't need to invest in a lab or hire scientists to try to recreate it, but only in a partner in crime and bedroom. And so
Science is gonna be so behind all this anyway. This so late in the game, man.
It's a new game. It's a different, you know, yes, there's, you know, tantric partners and all of that stuff. That's not particularly my jam, but at the same time, the partners that I am with, it's like, cool, like, well, what else can we do? Like, how do we take this to the next level? How do we create more energetic, you know, intimacy?
Okay, you know, like one of the things is like your environment. Like the environment, we were like, oh, let's create a little more intimate environment. So we got the candles going on. She's already got like her sheets happening, you know.
What, I create the environment that like makes me feel like
exactly
it feels
but that's the same thing as far as we were
totally
talking about. Like, what's the environment? Is this gonna be the back seat of the car, or just like on the sheets, like how it always is, or the sheets in the bed the same? You know what I'm saying? Or are we gonna like do something special with the environment? You know, change new sheets, maybe different color sheets. You know, different candles, some scents,
Get
and
creative.
some food. Get creative. Be creative. Make have the foreplay not just be about like touching someone, but maybe it's about like, you know, the entire experience leading up to it. You know, and having it plan on being like, you know, a few hours, and it doesn't have to be a few hours of actual sex, but like have it be a big arc.
Yeah.
You know, so we're not confined to thinking that sex is just a physical thing. A physical thing just has to be, you know, 5, 10, 15, 45 minutes, but we're talking about like having it be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Have it start on the drive home, you know, in the car, creating a whole experience, taking the time to really be creative, and like we talked about the last show, how to show up for a high vibration relationship. It's like this is one of the creative ways on how to show up. Like, take the time to like really show up.
To have fun experience.
Experiment, you know. It's like take the time to really create. Like, have a somewhat of an energetic production happening.
An energetic production.
You know what I'm saying?
And
it doesn't have to be all big,
then,
but taking the time. It could be simple things.
Yeah, but taking that moment for yourself in doing a chakra opening for yourself, and having your partner then do a chakra opening for themselves, or working on each other. That way, all of your channels are fully open and aligned, so by the time you come together, there's, you know, we get stagnant energy in our chakras, and so using this element of orgasmic energy can really support and open up even further your chakras. But there can also be, like, I feel like there's so much trauma that's hidden and stuck in both in men and in women, that being with a partner that both of you guys are aware and really creating and holding that space, you can work through different traumas. And so it doesn't have to be like every time, but it's like this is such a powerful energy that you can use it for so many beautiful things. You can use it for manifesting things that you want. You can use it for transforming different traumas within you, and you can use it for really deepening that level of intimacy with your partner, so that, you know, God forbid we reach that plateau of boredom, or, you know, something happens and you're like, oh, that person's more interesting. It's like, what are we really wanting to get out of relationships when we're in them, or before we get into them? That's what I got to say about that. I loved having my Kundalini awaken. And let me tell you, having a Kundalini awakening, it's not sexual. Like using the Kundalini energy during the purpose and for the purpose, and using that opening and that spiraling energy during sex. But Kundalini energy in and of itself has nothing, in my opinion, I'll say, in my opinion, it has nothing to do with sex. Because when mine was awoken and I was figuring out how to be a snake charmer, I can tell you the last thing I was turned on. I was not turned on. I was trying to figure out, wow, there are these two wild snakes spiraling around my spine that I need to figure out how to tame in order to then figure out how to use that like most fluidly. So I just want to be able to share that, because as you're doing your Kundalini awakening or Kundalini yoga or whatever it is, you know, remember that it's creating that awareness within you to be that snake charmer and be that, I don't know, have greater caliber. You can fire with a lot more power.
Yeah.
In life literally. And in love.
And like really being the person that we were meant to be and having the experiences. You know, we're meant to have these really amazing, divine, high vibrational, fun, connected, intimate, passionate, happy, joyous experiences with one another.
Yeah.
You know, and if we're not having that, then something's
wrong.
Something's off. You know, because as far as I'm concerned, like, this is life. Like, life.
Well, something is wrong, because not every relationship is really like taken to the next level and succeeding. We have a higher divorce rate. We have, like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a much bigger conversation, but
it's like if
we're not, if a higher divorce rate if everyone was having sex with Kundalini.
Well, I mean, I think it would be, because it would be different. You know, it would be very, very different. You know, because right now, you know, I think it's probably safe to assume, I'm going to assume that the people that are getting divorced are mostly having low vibrational sex. I'm going to assume that most of them are not having high vibrational intimate relationships. Right. They're not having tantric sex or, you know, or Kama Sutra or things like that. You know, they're not having these where you're actually syncing your energy up. Because in those types of, you know, intimate relationships, you're syncing your energy up with the other person. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it so amazing. It's yin and yang again. You're learning how to sync up that masculine and that feminine energy, and when that ball is created, it just goes.
And use your intuition though too, either doing it while you're in a partnership or, you know, just being aware, because everybody's energy, you don't always want to sync with everybody's energy.
Well, yeah. I mean,
or sometimes you do, and then you gotta like.
Well, let's clear it out. Let's talk about that, because like when you just have, you know, just get some.
Just get some.
When you're just getting some, in the back of a club, or if you're just getting some, you're going, you know, one night stand, or you're just getting some, you know, maybe for 2 weeks or whatever it is, you're just fulfilling your needs. When you're just getting some, it's like literally, you are taking on the energy of the other person. So say for example,
I'm so happy you just said that.
Yeah, so say for example,
I've been in so many arguments with that, and usually I have to say, usually with men.
Yeah.
Most women usually say, no, you totally take on like the sexual energy of a partner, because traditionally women are more empathic, right? And so we can feel that energy with another partner.
You guys are
so
built
being
to
able to clear
it
that
anyway.
out, we are able to
But we actually
receive
take
it.
on your energy as well too.
You do,
like,
exactly.
You got to realize that. You know, it's an energy exchange. It's
100%.
It's kind of like what you said. You had the spiraling of the energy together. Yeah. It might not be as refined and as specific as that, but there is a mixing up of energy. So if you are going out there and having sex with somebody, and you don't know, like, energetically who that person is, like, you don't know what you're taking on from that person. You know, they could have, you know, so much fear and guilt, you know, stuck here. They could have so much, you know, their heart could be closed. They could have so much baggage and so much just off, dark, misaligned energy that it's like, do you want to take on, and they could be working through all this karma.
Yeah.
Do you want to take on all that energy for yourself because he gave you a little bit of the physical stuff, you know, with that? and then all the crap that comes with it. You got to really think. It's like, is it worth it? It's like, I'm gonna give you some some grits and some eggs, but then I'm gonna give you a whole pile of cow shit and doggy doo-doo and some cat pee to go with it. You gonna still want that grits and eggs? It's not smelling so good no more. It's like, see everything that you're getting. I know, but that just came out. It just came out. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
That's just what's coming out right there.
Which brings to a good point that I think, since we're talking about this, that we should address is, when you separate from a partner, like, are you clearing out that energy field? Are you making sure that, like, your house, your energetic house, temple, call it whatever you will, like, we put good food in our body, those of us that do, right? We make sure that we work out, and so we're taking care of our physical bodies, but are we taking care of our energy bodies and then really clearing out the sexual energy from different partners, maybe even past relationships? It's like before you hook up with somebody, like, do you shower? Usually? Do you shower?
Are you asking me?
I am just saying, it's rhetorical. And yes. So wouldn't you be considerate that when you're showering, you are cleansing your physical body? So wouldn't we want to then cleanse our energy body?
Well, energy bodies. Look,
bodies, but energy chakras, energy centers.
Well, look.
All
We have people think that we just have like a body. It's like, let's be real clear. You have 10 bodies. You have these mental bodies and you have these physical bodies. We have, because we were talking about this earlier. You have your chakras. We have all these different sorts of, physical, energetic. Mm-hmm. But the body, we have these the positive mind, neutral mind. We have the negative mind. We have the soul body. We have the arc line. We have the pranic body. We have the subtle body. We got the radiant body.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying,
about the biofield.
And what I'm saying, well, yeah, kind of. They kind of intersect.
Yes.
But all those bodies are a part of who we are, and when we actually don't take care of those, when we actually combine our field with somebody else, we're messing up our energy bodies. We're throwing ourselves off. We're throwing off our game because we want to take on somebody's physical body. It's like, well, you're not just taking on their physical body. You're taking on all 10 of their bodies, actually. And all 10 of their bodies are going to affect all 10 of your bodies. And it's like, okay, now, whatever work that you've done to, like, straighten that out, okay, it's either you got to start it over. Hopefully you had someone with some good balanced energy, and if not, it's like, well, you just messed yourself up. You just been like doing your whole you're gonna have to like clean yourself and reorganize and do it. That's why I do my yoga every single morning, because it's like that keeps me in control of my state, where I don't need to be affected by anybody else. Yeah. I can control my space, and I'm coming from a person who wasn't able to control his space, who was completely out of my minds and out of control and not able to, my emotions were attached to somebody else. It was my emotions and my mind and my thoughts were attached to it, were dependent upon what happened outside of me, and getting to a point where I'm totally self-sufficient, but still interact with the environment in a high vibrational way for myself without being necessarily affected by it. Unless I choose to be affected by it. Like, that's my choice.
Right. That makes sense to me.
It better make sense to you.
I agree with you.
Good. Be good. Come on. Give it to me. I need to hear it.
You're so smart.
Yeah,
I acknowledge you.
Thank
You're so wonderful. Yeah. Oh my God, men's love language. Compliments.
But look, I know we're like kind of wrapping it up. So if you guys want to actually, because it's bedtime for me.
I know, we're keeping.
I gotta get up early.
So what I would love. Oh, Patty's.
My fiance.
My fiance's opened when her grandmother passed.
She felt like she was on fire, and now when she focuses on it,
her palms get so hot. I'm very empathic, but I need to learn not to let it affect you. Yes.
I'm sure you.
Yes. And that's you being really aware of your own energy centers and your own kind of emotional intelligence. Because if you are empathic, then you got to be able to discern, like, okay, is this my emotion or is this not my emotion?
And I'm not really sure that that's. I'm not positive. I can't say that that's positively Kundalini energy, just because her palms get hot doesn't mean that that's Kundalini energy that, like I were talking about, when it
might be
uncoils from
like
the
more
base of the
chi
spine.
and
It might
like
be
Reiki
chi
and
and
all
healing energy, which is something else. And maybe, you know, when she's being
I will say though, at least for me, when I do like either when I bring in chi energy and I do feel it spiral all the way through my chakras, or I'm bringing it in this way and spiraling it through my chakras, which feels like the Kundalini because I get really, really warm, and then I send it out my hands, which technically is Reiki energy. So it could have it to do with it, but yes, it might be something different.
No,
now you just want to disagree just for the sake of it. It's okay.
I love my look. If I can't mess with my sister, nobody can mess with my sister. I love my sister. Right
You are the only one. Mwah.
I love you.
Love you too. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up, but I know that we want to make a couple invites to you guys, and so
we're having a dance party. Having a dance party. Go to the worldtribe.com. I'll put it in there. Dance party May 6th. It's a tribe dance hike Saturday morning up in Reseda at 8 a.m. and we're honoring the divine. We're honoring the divine, guys. You bring backpacks because we're in one way that we're honoring divine. We're gonna carry all the supplies. Not that y'all can't do it. I know y'all women are strong, but this is the way that we're gonna honor you. So don't give me no mess about that. So we're gonna carry all the supplies. We're gonna hike up to it. We got some music. Go up to the top. We're gonna play some like you know. All right, so we're gonna be like having a little fun. So May 6th, go to theworldtribe.com.
Yes.
What you got going on?
Okay, and for everybody watching this video, how would you like to know your own, how would you like to learn your unique love signature? Meaning like your unique combination that has you kind of get that fully like green lit 100% yes I'm all in, just that full awareness of certainty, conviction. Like we all have this, like the way that we make decisions, and ultimately, you know, what fully gets us turned on or what has us be that full yes. But it's like a combination on a safe. So it's almost like that safe then holds your heart on the inside. And so whether you chose to give somebody else that unique combination, or specifically if you wanted to know what your individual unique combination was, so that you could know whether somebody was right for you, so that you could know whether the relationship was good for you. Maybe you are in a relationship and maybe you want to be able to create that deeper intimacy, and so you want each one of you and your partner to kind of like know how to unlock you. This is a specific signature that each person has that's very unique to them. And so just for you guys, I love doing breakthrough sessions with people, but just for you guys, I wanted to make this specific system available
Can I
to
get it
you.
to you? Can I get it to you?
You want it?
I'm saying you're offering it to them. If I want it, can I do it?
Yeah.
And just say that because we're on TV.
Yes.
We're
on
TV.
YouTube.
We're on TV, baby.
Yes, I will do yours because you should know that. So, just for you guys watching, it's something that I use as a system with my private clients, but to me, it's probably one of the most powerful things that I have ever been able to have the awareness of for myself. Because if you can make a decision faster with more certainty as to whether you should be with somebody, whether they're hitting all those green lights or whether they're not, why you keep maybe circling around and being like, I don't know, I have this, like I'm a Libra too, so sometimes I do that, you know, like I don't know this and I don't know that, and as soon as I learned what my exact combination was, I can make those decisions so much faster. So in the comments of this video, I am going to leave a link, and this breakthrough session is 100% complimentary to you. And I give probably about 2 hours, 2 hours to really make sure that you have a breakthrough in this specific area. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm going to be placing the link in the comments in this video. So feel free to take advantage of that, because like I said, I use this with my
Hi, Lisa.
I use this with my clients specifically, and I was like, what would be the most value that you guys could have, that I could offer you in really understanding what your unique love combination is. So if you think that's going to be of a value to you, then follow the link, and I would be happy to set up a free breakthrough session with you. So,
Boom, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I missed some comments over here. Okay.
You were missing some serious comments.
I know, my bad. Bree was saying.
Hey, cancel that. So happy
And
you're
also,
sharing on this topic.
Love and intimacy.
Love and intimacy.
So much more than sex.
So much
and
more than
understanding
sex.
how much you can share while being sexually intimate.
Yes.
Yet there's more of you to share. Exactly. It's so much more. It's like so much more.
So much more.
And my girl Melissa, what's up, Melissa, baby girl? It's been so long. My gosh.
Aww.
Hey, Cutie Pie. Give my boy a hug. Give my boy a kiss on the cheek for me.
Is that what she says?
No. This is what she says. Sex and intimacy started to shift for me when I expanded my definition, meaning and purpose of sex and sexuality. Yes. Esther Perel says sex is not a thing you do, a place you go. Let's ask when
Something.
cut off. Yeah.
An energy exchange, exactly.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
It's the whole thing. It's the place you go.
I have done so much work with women and actually like helping them pull out.
So Shauna said, how do you clean that out?
Yeah, great question.
So
send me a message, girl.
Okay,
I will
send her a
definitely.
message.
Yeah.
Lisa,
it's
what's up,
a
baby?
process, but you can do it yourself, and I'd be happy to share that with you. So yeah, send me a quick message about that.
Just cruising through a good lesson on this. Yeah, right. All right,
That's
cool.
You making comments on your own, dude?
That why I told you. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Love y'all.
What are you doing? You
What?
have this one. He's like forgetting. He has a book, a wonderful, amazing book to download. Oh
yes,
yeah, look,
yes.
I got you.
No, actually, it's not a download. It's it's a free book. Well, you know, look, here's the. It's not even really about the book. You know, I love.
But it's
the feminine,
amazing content.
But it is. But let me say the real deal about it. You know, I did release a book. It's called Survive to Thrive: 12 Safety Survival Principles for Females to Thrive.
So awesome.
But like, really, it's about. I think us really. If you go back to like rebooting the family, raising the right type of kids, and I think the part where I'm jumping is like, you know, really understanding, reestablishing my definition, and also the man's definition of what a female means to us.
Yeah.
Like that's really like really please like understand that, like what does a female really mean? Because when I was growing up until like even my late 30s, I wasn't very conscious of the real impact and essence, the essentiality, the primal essentiality, the core of what a female means to me, the feminine divine energy really truly means to me. And it wasn't until I really started like really opening my heart and going to my own studies where I really started looking at that, because you know my life purpose has to do with like the balance of the masculine and feminine, and bringing us into like a balanced equation here, like an equal equation, because the truth of the matter is that we're equals. You know, she's the yin, or she's the yin, I'm the yang, but we're balanced.
Yes.
You know, she has a different type of power, I have a different type of power,
And
but we're complementary.
Yes.
So,
That's
you know,
why you're my brother.
my thing, yeah, baby. You know, my purpose is I want to, like with my little girl, you know, she knows that she's stronger than daddy. She knows that she's a maiden. She knows that she's doing great things in this world. My daughter today, oh my gosh, I'm gonna share this with you. My daughter today, I take her to school. When I take her to school, I carry my shoulders and everything. We had these great conversations. I'm like so blessed. Like when I carry my shoulders, I get more energy because I think I'm fulfilling my correct role. We were having this conversation on the way to school today, right? I wrote it down because it's such amazing. She said something to me, and I was like, oh my God, this is a quote. This is a 5-year-old quote. She said, I'm going to get this right.
Such a rock star.
She said, we are the power of spirit and heart. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? my job is to raise. We are the power of spirit and heart.
That's badass.
She's 5. Is to create. Is to
Says
create.
her physical age.
What? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my passion, my job is to create a safe space for her, but also so she can really flourish and so she can know herself to be strong, so she can know her true identity, so she can have her true voice, so she can know that she is respected and she respects herself. So when she has this happening correctly, and she knows that I'm not afraid of my daddy. My daddy tells me I'm strong. I know that I'm stronger than my daddy. I respect my daddy. I love my daddy and my mommy. You know what I'm saying? But like we're talking about like the male-female dynamic relationship, right? And she's gonna automatically see boys in that particular way, and the boys are gonna have a respect for her because she sees herself that way. It's really about, for me, like reestablishing a core, the proper types of relationships, those core essential proper types of relationships. So
that's why we're doing this.
My book that's really the purpose of my book, but it's delivered through, having women understand their safety and their survival skills, because if you don't know how to be safe and survive, then there's no way that you can truly get to like thriving. Like you can't really invest in money if you're constantly in debt. You can't really invest if you're in debt. You got to get out of debt, and then you can start investing. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's like we got to know how to survive, all of us, before we can thrive. And so that's what I got a free book offer right now. You guys pay for shipping if you want to do that, and it's at I'll put the link in the website, but it's at HER-THRIVEBOOK.com, and everything I do, like you can count on me for this. Look, I can make a promise right here, so easy. You can count on me for my entire life that everything that I do will be an acknowledgement and supportive of the divine feminine, bringing back that core relationship, so we know how to respect y'all again. Because I'm deeply sorry for our mistreatment of the feminine, our mistreatment of the masculine, mistreating the feminine for these thousands and thousands of years. I apologize for us hurting you, for us raping you, for us damaging you, for us suppressing you, for not acknowledging you for your true power, for not knowing who you truly are, for not giving you the credit where credit is due. Like, y'all birthed us. That's pretty important. That's pretty important. Like, right there alone is pretty important. So, like, I grew up not knowing, not living that importance, and not really understanding the importance of what the feminine is, and that the feminine is a divine feminine, and that comes with so much beauty, that comes with so much like power. So, like, that's my purpose. So I'm not just doing a book. Like, you're going to be hearing this from me for as long as I'm alive here, about actually bringing back this sort of balance, this balanced relationship. It's a balanced energy is what I'm concerned. The masculine and feminine, it's just the energetic. We're imbalanced right now. We got too much masculine energy guiding the world, leading the world, and we need more feminine leading the world so we can actually do it together. So,
you chaos in the relationship.
You females out there, we need you to follow your intuition. We need you to stand up. However you're supposed to be standing up. That's your intuition. And lead in your community, lead in your life, lead where you're supposed to actually be leading in your life. Like, please do that.
Yes.
Because when you start doing that, you start changing the dynamic of who you are and how we as men, we as the masculine, identify you as. We need to see you as strong and beautiful and divine and soft and nurturing and powerful and creative and intuitive and healing and expansive, and multifaceted. We need to really, and I'm talking about mass consciousness, the masculine mass consciousness needs to see the female in that particular way. Like, not like how we view females on TV, not like how we view on all these billboards, not how we view...
And men too, and relationships.
Yeah, exactly. But my job, this is my job. I can't do it all at the same time.
No.
We each have our passions. Like, this is my job right now. This is where I'm at right now. It's to work on this particular energy, because I'll be the one of the few men that'll tell you that women are a lot more powerful than men in a lot of different ways. Look, there's a video on my website. If you go to HER-THRIVEBOOK.com, that's where the book is at. But just watch the video, and you'll see, like, from the video what I'm talking about. Like, you women just are amazing. So I'll keep doing. I'll keep talking about this like forever. Trust me.
And I can vouch and say that, like, obviously, you know, you guys that are on Kiko's channel, like, you know, but like he, for those of you that are on mine, he lives this every single day, and this is one of the reasons why he's one of my brothers, because he so supports that, and that's why we're tribe. Mwah. All right, guys.
Love you.
Love you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Right now.
Share it with your friends. I'll put the link in there as well, and so much love.
I love y'all too.
Put it in it.
I'm gonna put it in now before that goes off the broadcast.
Okay, cool.
There's it
Awesome.
right there.
All right, you guys.
Mariah.
Mwah.
Talk to you
And if
later.
you ever have any other questions, send us messages. We're here for you. 100%.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Sign
Mwah.
out. Bye.
Bye.